I've turned around. I'm currently. I've crossed New York border. I'm back in Pennsylvania, and you know, it's beautiful. I've turned around. I'm heading back home. Not a cloud in the sky. I was actually hoping it would be cloudy, but it's been 100% sunny all week, except for that one day where we've had that downpour in West Virginia in Parkersburg. I actually managed to get the name right this time. I kept on referring it to Petersburg, St. Petersburg. No, it's Parkersburg. So it's been awesome. I've got another day and a half back home. It's always an anticlimax turning around because you know the adventure is over. However, the beauty is I no longer need to work. I keep on saying it. All the cube drones at the moment, they're all in their office drinking their little coffee, looking into their laptops or desktops, and just not enjoying life, watching the clock for 5 p.m. so they can go home. Harry no longer needs to do that shit, but look, I better get off the road because there are a fair few number of cars parking me. So I'm done. I'm turning around. Tonight I will be in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, which is probably another 4 or 5 hours drive away, and tomorrow, you know, so Chambersburg's it's like about 100 miles from home, but you know, I've got a fairly hard rule that 250 miles or thereabouts, that's it. I don't tend to exceed more than 250 miles, maybe 280, but 250 is the limit, and Chambersburg is outside of that limit. Taking a break in a small town in Pennsylvania, somewhere in the Appalachian Mountains. Gonna have a smoke. Man, it's like about 6 or 7 degrees. There's people walking around in their t-shirts. They're bloody insane. Anyway, I'm gonna light up. My hands are so cold, I'm having trouble with my lighter. so excuse the coughing, I don't smoke much. But this is the town. I've got no idea what this town's called. I'll take a bit of a look around anyway. I've got to go off the bike. As you can see, this is Trump Vance country. Well, it sounds like a pretty hot vehicle. But there's not much to this town. In fact, there's bugger all to it. It's probably about, I don't know, with the sun, about, I'm guessing about, it's under 10 degrees, but you know, I just need to take that break from the ride. So hang on a sec. You can hear water. Check that out. Okay, there's a bit of a stream down here. Bet you there's probably trout in there. So we're between. I don't even know how to say that, so I'm not going to give it up. So I'm not even going to try. Sinemahoning. Sinemahoning. I don't know what the heck. I just don't know how to say that. But yes, it's below 10 degrees. And all the locals are walking around in their t-shirts. Fuck that shit. So anyway, I'm gonna chill, I'm gonna take a break, then I'm gonna keep on going to Chambersburg. Over and out. How's it going? You know, the wage slaves at the moment are probably planning their weekend, just watching the clock, because it's Friday afternoon, lunchtime. I don't have to worry about that shit anymore. This is my Friday afternoon, not in the cute farm. Check that out. Living the dream. Living the dream. Okay. I wonder if this thing is still in use. Doesn't look like it. Nope, it's no longer in use. Looks all very empty and abandoned, and so on and so forth. I'd like to step inside that. As you can see, it's pretty windy. We're fairly high up here, and it's pretty cold. I actually had put on a hoodie over my sweatshirt because it's pretty cold up here. Okay, it's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, gonna stop waxing lyrical and get back on the road. Fuck off. Take two. Right. I just finished filling up my motorcycle at the Sheets in Huntington, Pennsylvania. I'm about an hour away from Chambersburg, and there was this guy in the toilet who was obviously taking a dump, and he was muttering to himself, and then he
just yelled out, "God, it's just not stopping." So I guess he was full of shit and it was coming out. Anyway, that's enough of my toilet talk. I'm now going to continue on to Chambersburg, which is about another hour away, and then I'm going to chill for the night. There's a lot of Amish here. Let's see if I can pick up a buggy. Yep, I might be able to. Hang on a sec. There you go. I've come across a lot of Amish on this trip. Just really haven't had the chance to get any footage. So approaching Chambersburg, I'm probably about half an hour away, and that'll be it. And that will be it for the day. Thank you very much. Now this is pretty fascinating. I've just come across this abandoned mall purely by accident. I'm about 5 minutes away from where I'm staying, and yeah, I've just come across this abandoned mall. It looks like it used to be quite a thriving place once, but not anymore. So let's see. It's a Chambersburg Mall. Let's check it out. Pretty interesting, actually. Love my decay. Don't tip my bike over, but just look at this. It looks like it's been abandoned for a really long time. Wow. Okay. Let's go here. So I don't want to roll, but how interesting is this? step inside. So this is how much luggage I'm carrying. The bike's pretty good in terms of luggage space. So anyway, I'm going to my room. Like a naughty boy. Welcome to the house of hell. It's not that bad, I think. Let's see. Let's see. Alright. Here we go. Ooh. Welcome to the house of fun. Here we go. This is it. Can't be any worse than the other places I've been to. Let's see. Alright, the door's on a hinge. Alright. I've got a driver's license for this thing, but it's surprisingly good. You know, for $60 a night, I am not complaining. The air in here is a bit foul. It probably looks like it hasn't been used in quite a while. So, but this is it. It's not bad. Not bad for $60 a night. I'm not complaining. I'm about 100 miles away from home, and it's all good. I'm going to have a pleasant. This is the best room I've had the entire trip, and you know, for $60 a night, I am not complaining. So there's world-class views here, as you can see, especially the Golden Arches right in the distance there. I know where I'm going to be having breakfast. It'll be at Macca's. And that's it. Roger Dodger, over and out until tomorrow morning. See you later, alligator. Oh my God, I can't believe I just said that. Okay. Off.